Said I'm a bad girl, but I'm not a gangster.
My brother died when I was 7. My mother died when I was 10. Once my mother died, I moved in with my father. He was addicted to drugs. At 12 years old is when I started smoking weed and drinking alcohol and sex at 12. That was exciting to me. And that's also why I felt accepted in the streets.
I'm a bad girl.
That was like the home that I never had, relationships that I never had. Then by 18, I was doing ecstasy and cocaine, all the way till I turned 33 to start doing heroin and crack cocaine. And I turned 35 in prison. So in the end, I was literally walking the streets as a sex worker to feed my addiction.
Said I'm a bad girl, but I'm not a gangster.
So actually, I got tested in the 2nd grade for gifted schools, for gifted classes. So I was always in gifted schools, but I didn't have the home dynamic to really nurture that. I graduated high school a year early and went straight to college, but I did not do anything except drugs. So I came home. I was always able to be that chameleon and adapt to whatever environment because I had no sense of self. So I was always seeking to be accepted. I was always seeking to be loved. So whatever environment or whatever place you wanted me to be, as long as you were giving me some type of attention and affection, whether it was healthy, unhealthy, I was there. Asking for help, if where I come from is a defect, you know what I'm saying? Being vulnerable is a defect, it's a weakness. Every time that I tried to do it alone, I failed. Because self-sufficiency is a lie. I did not deal with any of those things until I got this treatment at 35. I finally reached out and asked for help, and I got a substantial amount of help, and that's how I'm here. In recovery, you know, we're about resources. We're definitely about helping each other out. Everyone's like, you're going back to school? Next step, you ready to go to the next step? So I went from a custodian at St. Louis University to a student at St. Louis University. But when you grab that education, you can educate the next person. I facilitate classes with women that don't think that they can do it. And just by me telling them, hey, I got a scholarship with Next Step, they're helping me to pay for school. They're like, school? And it just drops in their spirit that because I can do it, that they can do it.
I haven't worked in over 20 years, so call me back the next day. When can I start?
Right now is a time of just uncertainty. It's a time of anxiety. It's a time of fear. Because what we're realizing right now is that nothing is for sure in this life except change. I currently work at the Bail Project. We provide bail assistance for people that cannot afford bail. A lot of times our clients are people that are dealing with mental health and substance abuse. I tell everybody that I got this job because of Narcotics Anonymous. And I say that because being able to stand up and say I'm an addict and the courage that you obtain from being in the rooms with Narcotics Anonymous, finding your voice, being able to tell your truth and be okay with yourself is how I got this job. The women in recovery and the men in recovery, we don't just do this for ourselves, right? We feel indebted to the society that sometimes we feel like we helped harm to help heal it. When you receive education, you feel empowered, you feel effective, you feel productive. So when you do this, don't think that you're just doing it for a specific person. You're doing it for the community, you're doing it for society, you're doing it for the world. You're helping men and women in recovery, it's helping everybody.